My name is Emily Bilbao Sanchez and I'm at grade 8 in Calvin Christian School, Hamilton. The title of my project is Music and Memory. Before I continue the further explanation of my project, I would like to ask you guys a question. What do you think of when you hear a song? Some of you might hear it and instantly recall a memory you have of the song, while others of you could take a little while longer in recalling such memories. Whichever one you are, your brain quickly goes to the archives of the hippocampus, the main part of the brain associated with the memory, in order to retrieve the memories you have on base of what you just heard. You might recall the famous Mozart effect. This test was made to confirm the thought that Mozart's classical pieces were the best type of music to increase intelligence and concentration. This is true, but newer generations are less and less exposed to classical music. Therefore, the goal of my project was to see if electronic music could stimulate the memory in a similar way. The hypothesis for my project was if a person performs an online memory matching game while listening to a pre-selected, fast-paced, instrumental electronic music, the results will be better than playing the game in complete silence. This is because music offers a rhythm that acts as a signal, which is key to unlocking the information stored in the frontal cortex and the hippocampus, the two parts of the brain associated with the memory. The question for my project was, does electronic music stimulate the memory? You might be wondering why, out of all the musical genres, I chose electronic music. I chose this type of music because of its distinctive characteristics, such as the tempo, beat, and rhythm. If you listen to this music at a moderate volume, your brain increases its creativity and abstract thinking approach. In other words, when trying to overcome the obstacle listening to electronic music, the brain quickly adapts itself to a more creative approach to achieve the task it's performing. This is called neuroplasticity. For this experiment, an online memory matching game was chosen. It would be done 2 times by the participants. The first time, they would do the game while listening to music through headphones. The pre-selected music for this project was #Selfie by the Chainsmokers. Although the original song had very few lyrics, I still chose the instrumental version. The second time would be done without music. Once both times were finished, they would record their answers and send it back to me. This experiment was carried out on 27 people from the ages of 12 to 80. Due to the pandemic, it was a bit difficult to do a face-to-face experiment, so instead it was done online, by sending the participants the instructions and consent forms that they need to fill out and send back to me by email. Due to the wide spectrum of ages in this experiment, it was decided to divide it into 3 different age ranges: youth, adult, and senior. The results showed that the time the person took to finish their memory game decreased in all age ranges. Young people under the ages of 18 were the ones who decreased their time the most, with a decrease of 15%. While adults and seniors also decreased their time, it was a much lower percent, 5% and 4% respectively. For the seniors, there were some aging factors that affected the results, such as difficulty with hearing or vision, but despite this, the results were much better than expected for this age range. In conclusion, the results and information that I did for this project has proven my hypothesis and the question that I had for this project. It is correct. Yes, electronic music does stimulate the memory. In addition, all ages were shown to respond well to EDM music. Electronic music can now be played in the background while doing a task that requires memory and concentration. But this music must meet certain criteria. First, see the BPM or beats per minute of the song. If it is around 128 to 150 BPM, it is good. It's not very practical to suggest that you research the BPM of every song you want in your study playlist, but it is advisable that you make sure the songs you are listening to have a relatively fast pace, but not too fast that you start dancing out of your seat instead of doing the task you are trying to do. The most important part is trying to find songs that does not have human vocalization. Those lyrics, even if you know them, can be distracting from what you are trying to do. This is because when you listen to lyrics, the language part of the brain is activated. And if you're doing a task that requires the language part of the brain to be activated as well, your brain will get confused because what you are hearing is not what you are typing, writing, or seeing. Secondly, make sure the volume of the music is not too high and not too low either. A moderate volume is good for the brain because it will make sure it works faster and more concentrated without getting mixed or confused. Finally, make sure that you choose carefully the type of music that you listen to on a regular basis. Music is very influential and can help you or de-help you in the way you communicate with others and the emotions those tunes provoke in you. If you follow these parameters when studying or working with background music, you will see that the results will be better. It is proven that classical music is the best option according to many studies, but now there is a new option that will surely be more appealing to newer generations, and this option is electronic music. Thank you.